This whole question of the Internet of Things and digital transformation is a big challenge for local government. 79 councils in Victoria, some 500 odd across Australia. They're all trying to do the same thing basically. Essentially they all run the same business and trying to sort of find their way through the fog of and become involved with the Internet of Things and delivering better services to their communities is a massive challenge. So the more the councils can work together collaboratively, this is a test bed as to how that can happen.
It's been a great project to be a part of, and not only have we learned a lot about asset management and about our own buildings, but it's also helped us be able to target our funding to the areas where we needed to target. In that sense, it's given us the ability to be able to look at the City of Kingston as a whole and be able to target the buildings that really need to be targeted.
For us, working with RMIT, we were able to take our time in creating a relationship of understanding what our challenges are and being able to develop a product specific for that challenge, as opposed to depending entirely on a more commercial market where it's almost a case of a one-size-fits-all.
When we started off, we had a lot of buildings that were in very, very poor condition, and through the strategic workshop of going through it and looking at the data that we've captured, we've been able to focus on the buildings that not only were in poor condition, but maybe were high risk because they were highly utilised. It was around the 30–40% cheaper to do a round of condition audit to our buildings. And then you've got the reliability that the data is accurate and it's there instantly.
We can now walk into any particular room and we know what assets are already in that particular room. So even with data setting, we can actually tell that this room's meant to have 12 chairs and 2 tables. Or with sensors now, we can actually pick up that that table doesn't belong in that room.
Being able to predict what the future expenditure is required from council for the maintenance of these buildings is incredibly important for us. So CAMS allows us to record that information out on the field as we undertake the maintenance and inspections, and then allows that information to be centralised for us to be able to then predict what course of action to take in the short term and the long term.
Once a year we do a survey out to the community and also to our internal stakeholders. And I think when we started we were like a 60% satisfaction, and we've gone up to a 90% satisfaction.
One of the major factors was previously we were using a very core asset management principle, which was just looking at the building value overall. So what we did is we engaged CAMS to come on board, and they componentised all our buildings for us. The componentisation has allowed us to actually depreciate our buildings and fund our buildings properly, where we can give the desired level of community service.